Let's take a look at how this Milwaukee County Transit bus ended up in this condition right here. This is really bad. Let's take a closer look. So I'm a public transit bus operator in Sacramento, California. However, Milwaukee, Wisconsin is my hometown. And the Milwaukee County Transit System is the greatest transit system in the world because it's the transit system I grew up with. All right, but this is serious business. So let's take a look at the incident. So we are going to take a look at the video that shows what led up to this situation, which is really serious and just an overall bad day for everyone involved. So the video that we're going to watch will show the bus approaching the intersection of Fond du Lac and Center without reacting to stopped traffic. The bus then ran into the back of an SUV before hitting a pole and a tree. Video from inside the bus shows the collision sent people out of their seats and onto the floor. In all, including the bus, 5 vehicles were involved. At the time of the crash, Milwaukee Police Department said the 38-year-old bus driver and a passenger were taken to a hospital for evaluation, and all other passengers left the scene before officers arrived. MCTS, or the Milwaukee County Transit System, however, said the driver and 4 passengers received medical attention. Police said the drivers of 3 of the vehicles involved in the chain reaction crash, ages 54, 46, and 31, were all taken to a hospital. The 4th driver, 30, had minor injuries and was not taken to a hospital. It's unclear if any of the injured people are still recovering. And keep in mind, this incident took place on December the 17th of 2024. So you can see the bus approaching stopped traffic and stopping traffic, but the bus did not stop at all. All of those brake lights and the bus did not stop. And you can see the interior, everyone's kind of thrown from their seats due to the impact. So really serious situation there. And this really could have turned out a lot worse than it did. So I'm pretty sure a lot of people have filed lawsuits in this situation, and rightfully so. So unfortunately, there are no further details informing us on what's going to happen or what has happened with that bus operator. We don't know why the bus operator did not stop. However, I can think of a few reasons why something like this could happen. Again, I'm not talking about this situation because I don't know why the bus operator didn't stop. However, here's a few reasons that I can think of why a bus would potentially not stop at a red light, especially when traffic is stopped or in the process of stopping. 1, a bus operator could fall asleep. 2, a bus operator could have a medical emergency which causes them to lose control. 3, there could be some sort of mechanical failure, a brake failure. 4, the bus operator could be distracted by like a passenger or maybe some other task or duty that they are trying to do at the same time while driving. I even recall just today, prior to filming this video, I was at work and I'm approaching an intersection and I want to, clear this intersection safely. There's a lot that can go wrong. I had the green light and everything, but you got to watch out for a lot of stuff. It's a busy intersection too. The moment I'm approaching the intersection, a passenger walks up and starts asking me questions about what buses to take to get to where. Like, hey, which bus do I take to get to, to this location? So they didn't mean any harm by it, but the timing was really bad. And I pretty much couldn't speak to that person at the time because I wanted to clear the intersection first. So sometimes a distraction can totally throw you off your game and cause you to lose focus. Now, that's part of being a bus operator. At any point in time, we can get interrupted, but we have to be able to maintain our focus. So that's just a brief little example showing you how we could get distracted while driving the bus. So this is just a realistic example of really what a bad day looks like for a bus operator and everyone else that's involved. It's really sad. It can be very traumatic, and I hope that everyone involved in this situation has a full recovery or is at least on the road to a full recovery. Let me know what you all think. Bus drivers such as myself and bus passengers have all witnessed people attempt different tactics to avoid paying the bus fare. If a person is willing to go that far to ride the bus for free, I'm just going to let them ride for free. They can get a courtesy ride. Possibly you're interested in becoming a bus driver, specifically a public transit bus operator or a city bus driver.
You can't change this?
No, sir, we're not allowed to change.
Oh, that's ridiculous. Why can't you change this?
A card. Every time I get on this stupid bus, you want to see a card or you want 10 cents.
Look, don't turn me down, lady. Come on.
All
Give me
right.
a...
That's
Hey,
This is a stressful job!
At work this morning. It's early on a Saturday morning. Well, it's not that early. It's 9:26 a.m. But I want to show you some of the realness of being a bus driver. I'm going to show you some of the things that bus drivers see along our routes.
Whose vehicle is this?
To build generational wealth as an African American women, and we are the most educated demographic in the country, then it's hard to marry a bus driver because you're going to have to, your kids may not be in the best schools. Your kids, aren't. Yeah, but he might be the best father. Well, he may be the best father, but we're talking about generational wealth.
So it doesn't even matter if he's a good father?
No!
Truth of the matter is there are bus drivers, men and women, who own businesses, who own property, and they're able to pass those things down to the next generation. There are bus drivers who live in pretty good neighborhoods that have good school districts and they can send their kids to good schools. Thanks to overtime, there's a lot of transit bus operators who can make $100,000 a year. Now, of course, that's not rich, but it is a respectable amount of money, and it's actually more than a lot of people assume that transit bus drivers can make. So this isn't about like, oh, you ladies should want to date bus drivers. Why don't you want to date us? Who cares? Date who you want to date. But this whole thing's just weird, and she was specifically talking about men who drive buses. So what about the ladies who drive buses? There's a lot of amazing ladies who drive the bus, and they're making a great living. They're taking care of their families, and they're doing good. So should they also not be considered for dating? I don't know. But hey, date who you want to date. And if you want to encourage the ladies to date a rich guy, then I think that's perfectly fine. Go for what's going to make you happy. But don't trash the bus drivers.